there's always a situation with all of us where we have to be aware of our patterns, the things we repeat, our habits, our condition, right? Our comfort. And what I mean by this specifically is when certain situations arise, do you get pulled in and do an old you or a lower frequency of yourself? Do you do actions? Do you do habits that are of low frequency? That a version of you that you want to become does not do, you know? Like there's certain people of certain caliber who achieve certain things or are operating in certain ways in life and in business and in relationships that don't have certain habits or react in certain ways. They got certain things about themselves that they avoid. There's certain things about them that they're habitually not focusing on. And this has to do with all of us, especially if you want to change for the better and progress and prosper and, you know, live the life that you envision that's in your heart. Like, are you willing to approach situations in ways that are just not what you're used to, but knowing that you need a different result? You know you need to do something different in order to get a different result. You know, you're protecting your energy, you're protecting your peace, you got your safety going on, right? And sometimes it's cutting off people or letting go of things that, you know, are keeping you in a certain situation. You know, it could be like for an artist or an athlete. If an athlete is with a certain team, if an artist is with a certain manager, a certain label, a certain producer, they're getting certain results, but then they align themselves with a different manager, a different producer and label and all these things, and they're performing differently, right? It's better for them. And sometimes it's just getting out of that comfort and doing something different to get a different result. And it's tough. Oh, it's tough because people want certain things from you. People have certain comforts that they expect you to be aligned with. They expect you to be in cohesion, in connection with, because it's comfortable for them, it's convenient for them. And this is part of the growth. It's like, how do you blossom when, you know, you got certain things holding you down or in the way of you blossoming? You know, you got to move. You got to do something different. You know, you got to adapt. And, you know, it sucks sometimes because it's uncomfortable or it's not something you used to do, but you know you need a different result. You know you need to get a different experience, or you need to be focused on certain things, and you have to make that change in order to progress forward, to stay in alignment. And that's basically what this video is about. It's like, when these situations arrive this year, you know, what are you going to do differently? You know, in dealing with people at work, in life, in dealing with traditions, and dealing with, you know, your own reactions to certain things. Like when you hear the news, when you hear something about the economy, you know, or just gossip about your favorite artist or whatever. Right? Like, what are you reacting to? What are you watching? What are you aligning yourself to? And I think it's important because we could all say we could do better, right? We could all say that we want a different result here. We could all say that, man, I wish I could be doing this, or I wish I could be at this level. And you can. We can. It's just, we got to cut out the things that are keeping us down. We got to cut out the things that are keeping us in that same vibrational state. Nothing outside changes unless we change, you know? And that's what it takes. It's like your favorite team, right? They're going to practice. They're in routine. They're, you know, practicing and aligning themselves to excellence in their position, in their part. Your favorite artist, they're writing their songs, they're working with the right people, they're putting together their craft in order to, express themselves and do what they love to do and make a living out of it. And you got to do the same. You got to do the same with your life. And when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you changing who you are in order to get a different result. Everybody want to win. Everybody want to win. There was a game last night, a big game, and of course everyone, took to comfort of the event. And what I mean by that is, people went to the bar, people went to the bar and grill, they went to the restaurant, or they went to the friend's house, the drinks came out, the traditional thing, right? Nothing wrong with it, and everyone, how should I say, since their team didn't win, not everyone's happy, not everyone's joyous, not everyone is in a good mood. Everyone had an expectation, and it didn't come out to their expectation, and now they're in a certain mood about it. Now, the thing is that since everybody want to win, the question is, what are you doing in your life that's preparing you to play your game at the highest level, in excellence, in greatness, right? The way you root for these players, the way you root for these teams and coaches and organizations, it's like, are you rooting for yourself? Are you giving it 100% in your practice? Are you going above and beyond to dedicate yourself to the craft the way you expect these players that are getting paid millions to do? Like, you don't have to get paid that much, but you still have to contribute something in order for you to receive the life you want. Like, it can't just be handed over. It's definitely something you have to contribute to. You definitely have to stay aligned with, because your favorites do it. It's just now you got to ask yourself, are you doing it for yourself in your area? Because you're wanting more. You're wanting to prosper. You're wanting to win. You're wanting to excel. Just like you want your favorite team to win. You want to win too. You want to win in your relationships. You want to win in your business. You want to win in your life experiences. Nothing wrong with that. It's great. It's there for you. The universe allows it. There's an abundance. It's just, is your thoughts, your actions, your words in alignment with that vision, with that expectation, with that result? That is the question. That is the question. We could do a little bit better. We could be a little bit more organized. We can give it a little bit more percent, more effort, more detail. We can give a little bit more. We can give it a little bit more. And that goes for myself as well. With these videos, with the business ideas that I have, with the way I communicate with people, the way I think and feel and respond to people. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm just getting better myself. There's so many areas of myself I could do a little bit better at. I could improve on. I could self-assess on and, do some sort of cleanup where, I'm performing a little bit differently. I have different outcomes myself. Again, not easy, but it's definitely a work in progress. It's definitely a self-assessment. It's definitely a internal review that we have to do constantly and actually take that discomforting action. It's like an exchange with the universe, a huge exchange. It's like God owns everything. God is in everything. Nothing's ours. And God goes, oh, you want this? Because you're calling out, hey, I want this. And it's like, it's already yours, but you have things in the way. You have things in the way that this doesn't fit or this can't work in that space. Like you need to change some things in order for this to be received. And so that's where we're at. That's where we're all at. It's that give and take. It's that exchange, you know? So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at, making those changes and putting light and strength and determination behind it in order to get a different result. So I'll let it be. On to the next. Peace.